here cause he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
Yearning for your validation. Validation. All in hopes I'm in the conversation. All in hopes. Pour so much of me into you. Can't believe I ain't never feel for me instead of you. I slide in the coupe. Fire, lose the roof. Die for the truth. Fired by no rules. Devils in cahoots. Drop a prayer on the screw. Got God on my side. How can I ever lose still? I wanna be humble, but I gotta flex. On them niggas. I don't wanna mumble, but that ain't respect. Respect me, nigga. I do it my way. They say it's live. If I sell my soul, what I got left? Because I don't need nobody else. I'm lying to myself. Not talking physical, dog, spiritual and health. All these opportunities is higher, I can tell. Got to beat them in them stairs, cause the timing never fails. My advice, keep moving. If not, you can lose it. Wasting time on the clueless, knowing they can never do this. Back, tell them pessimists they need to spine. Whack, when they're paralyzed in the mind. I don't need nobody else. No, I don't. Tell my younger self. What you say? You got God as your help. Just let it go and never dwell. My advice. Unless they good to you. My advice. Look in the mirror, tell the truth. My advice. Sometimes you gotta break the rules. My advice. Stand for something or die for nothing. My advice. Flex on them if they hating on you. I would tell my younger self. Yeah. You should never go and let. Yeah. Hypothetical. Fuck all opinions. Your validation and your acceptance. I never needed you. No, I never needed you. I never needed you. No, I never needed you.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Good evening. It's a beautiful, blessed Wednesday evening. It is a little past 7. I do ask you to forgive me for being a little tardy, but you know what? I ain't mean to use CPT time. I'm always used to using Malik Truth time, but today was a little something. But you know, we're here, we alive, and we thank you for your apology. I thank you for accepting my apology, you guys. You are tuned into Malik's Truth Radio Show, and I am your brother, Malik Truth. And you guys always know that every single week I come with it. You feel me? I'm going to always give you guys content that's going to enlighten you, encourage you, and move you to a better place, you know, as you move through life. For that particular day, because we're only guaranteed one day. So let's all learn to make the best of it and become the best of ourselves within that day. I always thank God first and foremost, you know, because without him there would be no me, and without him instilling in me the necessary tools, knowledge, and understanding, I couldn't bring you guys the heat every single week. Thanks to Natrell.com. I call him the hardest working man since James Brown. He is a writer, music producer, an artist, owns BU Network. The brother is just the hardest man since James Brown, I'm telling you. So I appreciate him. Alex, you are always appreciated, brother. It is because of you that we are seen properly, heard properly, and our show is brought to everyone to do the right thing. I want to let you guys know that Malik Truth does his homework, and not every week I come to you guys with information on what's going on in the world. But we lost this past week another very important piece to the black group, the Black Life movement, the Black Social Mobility movement, and that was our big brother, Colin Powell, former Secretary of State. And we lost him to a bitter fight and struggle against something that many of us believe that was created by something other than God. And we just send prayers out to his family, his friends, everyone who was encouraged by this man, his life, his legacy. So we just want to give prayers out to the brother, his family, and everyone else. Tonight's show is going to be hot. Man, I got a guest on the show. As a matter of fact, two guests on the show, one of which is a surprise, one of which I've been trying to holler and get her on the show for like ever. So I'm just really happy to have her on the show. But before I get started, I want to let everybody know that Malik's Truth Radio Show would not be here without you and your donations. So if you guys want to continue putting in donations for Malik's Truth Radio Show, you can go ahead and send that to Cash App, and that'll be $, T, lowercase HE, capital D, lowercase ESIGN 2020, the design 2020, and your nominal donations to the Malik's Truth Radio Show is always used appropriately. So I thank you guys for that. If you guys have any ideas of your own, business of your own, product or service that you want to have the people know about and you want your own show, feel free to give me a holler at Malik's Truth Radio Show at gmail.com, and we can discuss the particulars of that. I want to thank God for a new business that I just went to earlier this afternoon. It's called Twice Baked, and they have like these gourmet baked potatoes, and man, let me tell you, they have tacos, they have egg rolls. This is an Asiatic/black business, y'all, okay? This is us supporting us. We have to learn how to redirect our dollars from other folks and learn how to put them into our community, and this is why I talk about it all the time. Solidarity is and has always been the key to our success as a people. So let's turn that clock and turn it back to solidarity. The topic that I want to discuss tonight happens to be the name of one of my guests' business, Heart of Diamond. Now, her business is called Hearts of Diamond. And as I was looking at the business, I was just going deep. Y'all know Malik be thinking, right? Y'all know I be thinking. And sometimes I think deep. So I said, that is a dope name for a business, Hearts of Diamond. And I looked up diamonds, and I found out that everybody know not only is it the strongest element, okay, and nothing can cut or break a diamond but another diamond. So that's a message right there in of itself. And she shaking her head right now as I'm talking, so I might be hitting something on the head. So I'm going to let her expound on that, but let me tell you what my revelation is. Diamonds, they are qualified based on their quality. And there's 4 C's that qualifies a diamond. It's clarity, it's color, it's cut, and it's carat. Now, carats, that's basically the diamond's weight. The cut of the diamond is how it's molded and shaped. And the color of the diamond, it's its vibrancy, its brilliance, what kind of lights it's giving. I don't mean to preach, y'all, but this is the revelation. All right. And then, of course, the carat, the weight, the strength of that. So, Heart of Diamond, for us to have a heart of diamond, you got to have that as an entrepreneur. You got to have a heart that is cut right. You need a heart that shines brilliantly and vibrantly to attract others. You need a heart that has clarity, the type of heart that is clear enough to allow information in. And the carat, the strength, you got to be strong in this entrepreneurial race. You can't give up. You got to be strong under pressure. And they say diamonds are made from another element, pressured into this fantastic element. So that's why I named the show Heart of Diamond, because, damn it, it's got to take a heart of diamond to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to bring my guests in because I'm about to change this jacket on and put on one of them church collars, man, because I'm preaching right now. Let me stop. Our guest this evening, y'all, is Nikki J, the CEO and founder and visionary of Heart of Diamond. That's HARTZ of DYMONDZ, Hearts of Diamonds. And we have her, let me just call him He is her perfect beat to her perfect lyric. Her husband, Ryan Gray. Welcome, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good, good.
We're doing well. Well, definitely I'm excited about being on the show today. I know it's been a while.
Yeah, man.
We have been trying to connect. You know, I'm
Yeah.
busy. You know, I'm
That's
busy.
good,
I was
though.
like, you know what? We're going to make it happen. What day you got?
That's what I'm talking
So I
about. That was at the
appreciate
concert, right? The Shaka Khan SWV concert, was it?
Yeah, I saw the hat and all that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see you. You know, I bought
seen
one of
it?
those. I
You
bought
did?
me one.
That's
I
what
bought
I'm
me
talking
one.
about. Hey, that's definitely thanks to Kenya Young, and she has been making an impact and will continue to make an impact, and her impact will be harder and stronger when we continue to support her. Yes,
Absolutely. Shout out to Kenya Young.
absolutely. Why Digital? What's going on, man? What's up? Hey, everybody that tunes in, we're gonna try to give y'all props, but we only got an hour, so when y'all send y'all messages through, we'll try to respond to them. But don't feel left out if we don't. We still see 'em. We'll wave back at you if you wave at us, and we'll try to go ahead and go in with it. So tell the folks a little bit about you.
About me?
Yes,
or are you.
you.
Talking to Ryan? 'Cause I
Ryan,
thought you was
Ryan,
talking to
Ryan,
for
the,
like
the,
2
the,
seconds.
the perfect beat gonna come after the perfect lyric. So I want you to flow.
So a little bit about myself. Let me see. Where do I want to start? Because so much has transpired.
Come on.
I started Hearts of Diamonds years ago, like back in 2000 and maybe 11, 12. It was
Wow.
all an idea in my head, and I had this. I tell this story because like. A lot of times we don't realize what we have until
on now.
the future. You know, sometimes you get an idea and you just want to run with it, but sometimes you got to press pause, right?
Yes.
So I had this idea about Hearts of Diamonds, and in my head,
Okay.
I was gonna be the super entertainer
Okay.
of Vegas. I was gonna be the Diddy. I was
Okay,
gonna throw
come
like
on. Come on.
super wild parties. VIP only. It was actually me and another friend of mine that we would have these conversations.
Right.
And as time went on, I said, you know what? Probably about a year or two later, I said, that's not where it's supposed to go. Hearts of
Right.
Diamonds, that doesn't sound right.
Right.
You know, so it just didn't make any sense. So what happened was, you know, I kind of pressed pause, had some other things going on, you know, life, children,
Yeah.
and you know, eventually I said, you know what? 2013, 14, Ryan, I think I started talking about it again. I said, you know, I've always had this idea of being this person that, you know, when I die, I
Right.
want to leave a legacy,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Come on
I don't
now.
just want to live. I want to live. You know what I mean? I want people to
Yes.
remember me. I want people to understand that I left a footprint, right?
Yes.
So I decided to take Hearts of Diamonds, and the reason why I'm telling the story too, because it's personal. You know what I
Yes.
mean? This is who I am.
What comes out of the heart reaches the heart.
Exactly. So it's very. This is my life. It's very personal. So I decided to sit down one day, and I said, you know what? Hearts of Diamonds. It's like I want it to be meaningful, right? It's built. It's people built under pressure.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I come from L.A., right?
Oh.
Ducking and dodging.
How to survive in South
South
Central. A place where busting the
Exactly.
cap is fundamental.
So you know, I'm ducking and dodging. You know,
Right.
you live this different type of life, and I always want
Right.
to, you know, not saying that I love where I grew up at. You know what I mean?
That's-
But
that's-
at the
yeah.
same time, you know, I just want it better. I want it different, and I knew
course.
that certain things didn't come to us easy,
Oh, yeah.
especially as a black
Oh,
community.
yes, yes.
You know, so I decided to take Hearts of Diamonds and I decided to build it under pressure. So I have a lot going on under Hearts of Diamonds. It's not just the business itself, which is a socializing business. It's entertainment. It's workshops. I touch bases on a lot of different things: event planning,
Right.
connections, network.
Good.
Then also we have the podcast, the Personalities Beyond Business podcast, which season 2 will be launching before the end of this year, actually. So yeah, I just decided to say, you know what?
And we'll keep
I'll-
them abreast of that.
Yeah, we're definitely built under pressure. So that was the main focus for the Hearts of Diamonds.
I like that.
And it just kind of, I wanted it to be an umbrella. So I have this umbrella, right, which is the business, but I
Yes.
have all these other things going on where I've connected with you. I've connected
Yes.
with Kenya. I've connected
Right.
with, you know, my husband. I've connected with just different people. You know what I mean? So I love it. I feel like it's not even a feeling anymore. I know it's going to be great.
It's
and-
already great.
Absolutely.
I caught a whiff of it. It's
gonna-
great.
super. It's gonna be super. It's gonna be.
Yes.
It's gonna be. The business is gonna be It's gonna be so huge. It's gonna be all over the world. Trust
That's
me.
what I'm talking about.
It's a lot of work. Trust me. I get tired. I have my moments, but it's definitely one of those things where that diamond is definitely being built. It's
Now, do you work
pressurized.
do you work a traditional job along with your entrepreneurial ventures?
I absolutely do because I have other goals. I have a lot of goals,
Yes,
and I
yes.
want all the money. So,
Absolutely.
we've been very fortunate. You know
That's
what I mean,
good.
to be able to take care of our family and ourselves. Even when I didn't work, because I didn't work for like a year and a half. So we've been very fortunate to not have to. And to be honest with you, I really only went back because I felt like we could use the extra money. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? To
Of
kind
course,
of
ain't nothing wrong with
address
that.
some of the other things that I want to do.
Yeah.
And I had the time.
We need to get capital somewhere.
Exactly. So use it for what
Yeah.
you're supposed to use it for.
Yes.
We still got to survive. We still got things to do. Again, one thing about business, it takes time for that diamond to evolve.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to
It
keep
does.
grinding, keep cutting it, keep polishing it. You know what I mean? And until you get to where you have to get to. So
and you're living what you would normally motivate others to do. And I think that's one of the most important things about being a leader is being able to live what we talk about.
and that's actually one of my biggest things that I actually talk about. I have a workshop this Saturday at Marlon's Closet.
You sure do. You know
Yeah.
what we was gonna say? Actually, we're gonna talk about that in the second half.
But it goes with what you're talking about right now.
Right.
So it's about our professionalism, right?
Okay.
And I live by what I stand by. So
Right.
you're not going to see if I'm telling you this is A, B, C, and D, let's do it this way.
Right.
You're going to see me doing the same
you
thing.
go.
You know, I have
Oh,
to walk
yes.
the walk in order to be a great leader. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? I don't want you following me. Then next thing you know, oh no, she
You're
ain't
not
like
doing
that
that.
or she this, she that. No, I definitely don't want that. So I'm a firm believer in practice what you preach.
You
You know,
to.
don't just talk about it, live it, be about it.
Absolutely.
It's not exactly easy, but that's what, consistency come in. Discipline. You know what I mean? Change. And change isn't always bad, So you got to just make sure that you stay focused and,
Yes, you
keep
do.
pushing,
Absolutely. I'm gonna say what's up to Young Promise. What's up, YP? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. And what our sister is talking about is very true. You got to remain consistent, and part of that consistency is making sure that you practice what you preach into other folks, because they will be viewing you. They will be looking at you. You never know who is watching you. So it's very important that we do what our product or service is. You guys already know what I do. Relationship expert. So if I'm a relationship expert, I got to be transparent, number one, and I also have to learn how to heal based on the techniques that God has given me to give you guys in this book to do. So I'm practicing that on a daily basis to make sure that I'm a better me to be a better me so I can be a better we. You feel me? Okay? So better you first, and then the better we comes after that, because you can't define or see anybody else if you can't define or see yourself. So see yourself first and then learn how to see other people, because that's how you have a successful relationship. Not a relationship in any aspect that's going to be trouble-free, but you'll learn how to deal with those when they come a little bit better when you know yourself. So I love what you said about coming from a rough neighborhood and coming from a lifestyle that didn't traditionally use businesses, ideas that were, I would say, safe to become entrepreneurs. Because in the hood, we have entrepreneurs,
Yeah, we do.
but they ain't traditional entrepreneurs. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
these are the things we know, and I believe that if we could talk to these young brothers and sisters and let them know, hey, if you're going to do this, try to find a way out of it. Use some of that money and stop buying them hard cars and start making investments. Instead of buying that next car, buy that next piece of property.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Instead of buying that big piece of gold or diamond, go ahead and buy that land.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in that as well. And I think, too, another thing that we don't come from the same cloth as other cultures. And, you know what I mean? We have to work 10 times harder. We got to think 100 times more than your average, person from a different culture, because, I'm going to say it, we black. I'm very transparent, too.
Yeah.
So me and Malik, we relate there. I'm very,
sure.
very transparent. I don't hide anything.
For sure.
We have to learn to get out of our own way.
Yeah.
And growing up, we have a lot of excuses, about, well, I didn't have this, I don't have this, or I don't know this, I don't know that. Listen, in order to be a great leader, you got to first be a great follower. So ask,
Yes, ask.
Open your mouth. Closed mouths does not get fed.
Learn to go through those trials with a little bit of Jeremiah, whom we call the weeping prophet. But then after you get past that, become the David, become the Samson. Learn how to be stronger with our challenges. And we ain't gonna skip you, Ryan. But you already know your perfect lyric.
I wanna touch
Yes.
something about what you just said about.
Yeah, go ahead,
growing
Ryan.
up
Well,
and-
tell them who you are first and where you from, and then segue into what we were talking about, if you will, please.
Okay, my name is Ryan Gray, and I'm the owner, CEO of Illustrious Crown Apparel.
Mm-hmm.
And where I'm from, I've lived a little bit everywhere. I was born and raised in Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Arizona a couple years. Most
okay.
recently, I lived in Dallas, Texas for 18 years.
Wow. I was in
Before-
San Antonio for a little bit.
Before moving here to Vegas in
Right.
2016. So I've been here 5 years.
Wow. How's the transition?
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
Yeah. All family, closer to family, and it's just a drive to the beach. Living in Texas, it's not too much water over there. Can't get to.
Yeah, it's
so.
true. That is definitely true. Now, before you came out here, what were you doing for a living out there in Dallas, Texas?
Oh, and Costco. I work at Costco. Still work at Costco.
Okay.
Costco wholesale. Yeah, I've been
All
there
right.
16 years.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, you got to hold on to them benefits. Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
401k.
Yeah, 401k and
everything, you know
better
what I'm
hold
saying? on to them.
Hold on to them benefits. Your family gonna need it until y'all businesses grow.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get into you guys being married a little bit later, but I want folks to really know what you guys do. Nikki, let's go back to Hearts of Diamonds. Alex, if you would go ahead and bring up that logo for me, please. Hearts of Diamond. Hearts of Diamond. We understand that it is an eclectic business that in which you host different events, such as learning events,
Right.
and you work with artists as
I wo-
well.
I work with a little bit of everybody. That's the beauty thing about
Okay.
Hearts of Diamonds, because I work with a little bit of everybody. Literally today, I went to my daughter's her step team event. They had a flag football game today, right?
Okay.
And I went there, and I used to step in drill team back in the day. I did all that
okay.
stuff. You know
Living
what I'm saying?
vicariously through the kids.
Yeah, that's exactly what was
That's
going on.
That's what I said too.
Yeah.
So, I went to go talk to her director,
Okay.
and she said to me, she said, you know what, I need help. And I'm like, do you? Like, what do you need help with? Because one thing about me and about my business is I like to help. What can I
That's
do for
good.
you? What can I do to help you help yourself?
That's
You
I'm
know what I
talking
mean?
about.
And she said, well, our team isn't looked at as a sport. It's looked at as just something extra to do, so they don't have the finances. They have to do fundraisers. They have to throw their own events. They have to get certain places. And I said, oh, did my daughter explain to you what it is that I do? So, we've made a connection now. I got to meet with her to set up some things. So, yeah, I work with everybody. Like,
That's good.
like I said, Hearts of Diamonds is just an umbrella of whatever it is you need. Even if I don't have the answer,
You know where
I know
you gotta-
exactly
you
where
gotta
to turn you
network.
to. Exactly. That's why it's the socializing,
Exactly.
the network and development company.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
So when it comes to Hearts of Diamonds and everything that we have under this umbrella, like I touch bases on everything. I'm actually putting together a fashion show event.
Come on now.
We gonna have poets. We gonna have
Come on.
and it's really surrounding the youth, because I feel
Alright.
like the youth does not have enough entertainment or interactions. You know what I mean? And they don't know. They're quiet. You know what I mean?
Not
And
a
it's
lot.
so much
Yes.
out here. My daughter, she creates and designs these cartoons and
What?
like drawings.
We're gonna have to get that out there.
Drawings, you know
Okay.
what I mean? And they're really, really good. She just hit 10,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
So I want her to be able to display that stuff
Yes.
in a safe environment, a positive environment, an environment where she can network and actually grow herself. You know what I mean? So I'm just the
Okay.
key. I'm the key. You know what I mean?
Look at
Hearts of
that.
Diamonds is the key to everything.
You're
So
teaching her
yeah,
the right way
absolutely,
to monetize those skills.
absolutely.
Yeah, I do the same thing with my son. He played drums at the different churches or keyboards. He 11 years old. I'm like, son, get your dowry.
Mm-hmm.
They say 25, get your 25. They say 50, get your 50. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Get your money. You using your skills and your talents to help them out in their services.
Exactly.
They should be paying you.
They should be paying you for them.
You know what I'm saying? So he learning that at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we go out and he be like, "Daddy, you want me to get this?" I'm like, "Nah, son, I got."
Well, look, my kids don't do none of that. They still be looking at me like, "So, Mom, you're paying for my nails?"
I'm telling you, man, my son be like, "Yo."
No, not them girls. Them girls be like, "So, you're paying for this hair, right?"
I know.
I'm like, "But you got your own money. I just gave you money. You
Right.
just earned your own." Mom, come on, that's not right. You're my mom.
I'll be
I'm like,
huh.
dang.
That's
So
what you
Ryan,
making
you
your
got
money
to,
for.
can you wire me some money?
Real. And Ryan, let's
I
get
think
over
that's-
to you,
I
bro.
think
I
that's this
seen.
generation of kids though.
Oh man,
How they
this
be.
generation of
They
kids is
don't-
different,
They don't want to
man.
work for anything.
They're
Man,
entitled.
Let's talk about illustrious king, right?
Crown.
Illustrious crown.
Yeah.
Let's Alex, show me that that logo that I have, please. Go ahead and talk about illustrious crown. Where did that idea come from? How long was it in just concept stage? And when did you decide to just bring it out?
And
So,
don't forget to tell them why.
Uh-oh.
Right. Okay, let's start there though.
Yes.
So, my wife actually gave me the motivation seeing her
It seemed like
and
that.
you know, her entrepreneur.
That's that
skills
perfect.
and,
That's that perfect lyric to that perfect beat.
Yeah, I can't have her one up to me. You know, I gotta be. No, but seriously though, I started it because I always had since I was younger, I always liked. It initially was a hat, so I just
Okay.
wanted to do hats.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought of the name. I got the crown part first because that's
That
also-
logo is
uh,
fucking fire.
Thank you. I got the crown part because that was just, it used to be a slang term for a hat,
Mhm.
a crown.
For sure.
And then I wanted to think of something that was royalty also, but I didn't want to just use the name, royal or regal or something. I
Right.
wanted something different. So we were actually talking one night, and I was like, I need a name to finish this off. And
Right.
she was like, well, go online and look. There's different names.
Right.
And I came across the word illustrious.
Come on. What does illustrious mean?
Illustrious basically means of dignity, well known or renowned,
Mhm.
and I tap that into us as black people, the original man, you know what I mean? We're the
Mhm.
original, the
Cream
first
of
and
the
the
crop.
last.
Cream of the crop.
So, I tap that in with the crown, and hey, we are illustrious people, and we wear the crown. Been wearing the crown, you know what I mean? All
Mhm.
these movies you see of
Yes.
Egypt, King Tut, and all these, they water it down these days in
course
these
they do.
movies, you know what I mean? So anybody who knows, they're dark-skinned people. We are the original man.
Yes, sir.
So the lion comes in with the strength, the king of the jungle,
Yes.
most powerful
Leos,
animal.
what's up, baby?
Yeah. In the jungle. So,
Right.
I had my design guy kind of go through some concepts, and he came up with that logo we got now. And then I loved it. As soon as he sent it in, I was
Yo,
like, yeah, that's it right there.
He knocked that on the first try.
Initially, it was just it didn't have the crown on it. It was
Okay.
just the lion with the words. So I was like, I need something, with the crown. And so he showed me some more
Yes.
concepts and that one,
That's
and we
it
pieced
right
it
there.
together. So yeah,
And I like the way it's coming out the lion's mouth as it's the lion is saying illustrious crown.
Remember who we are, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
always.
Loving that, man. Okay, so the concept came in. It was something of your own, but your perfect lyric gave you the motivation to materialize this idea.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
awesome. Now, under the umbrella of Illustrious Crown, what are you offering the public?
So I offer, like I said, it started out with hats, but I do hats, T-shirts, hoodies, children's apparel, women apparel. I got some active wear I'm working on right now.
Right.
Just playing with some designs, but it's a little something for everybody.
Right. Were you able to bring some samples today?
I did bring you a shirt. I'm not sure if we grabbed that
Awesome.
before we came in, but I do have a shirt.
We
for
can
you.
do that on a break, man. And we appreciate that. And we'll definitely show the public the quality of the shirt as well as the design and everything that's on it. And talk a little bit about growing. Now, where are you right now as far as your networking and your business plans?
So my official launch was back in April. So I
Okay.
officially went. I have an online store,
Been there.
www.illustriouscrown.com, in case y'all want to
Mhm.
go check it out right now.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, so I'm about 6 months in. it's progress. You know what I mean? I actually think considering being only 6 months, I think that I've tapped in pretty well.
Good.
Right now, I'm working on my social media presence, and I have an Instagram, Facebook. I try to post, a couple times a week, just new product and just getting different things out there. I recently had a promo. Washomi Kwan did a promo for me.
Okay.
So that went over really well. Got a lot of traffic in the store, some sales. So
That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
just realizing when you start in the business, it's a marathon. And, you
Absolutely.
have
Days
to,
of marathon, boy.
you have to stay patient. Money's not going to come flowing in. You're going to
Yes.
spend a lot more money than you're going to get in initially once that
Mhm.
money starts coming in. But you just have to
Yes.
stay patient. Always be willing to reinvent yourself. I check out other sites, kind of see
Right.
what they're doing, and check out the competition, and just try to stay up to date and see what's going on.
Right. Now, Ryan, I have a question on my end from a viewer. What's up, Mika Mo of EOP Radio Show? She is asking, do you do T-shirt printing as well?
Yes.
Yes,
I
it
said,
does, y'all.
wait, custom stuff.
Yes,
I'm
custom.
not doing custom stuff
Okay.
at the moment.
All right.
So when you go on to the store, you can see I offer a variety of colors, everything.
Mhm.
Different cuts of T-shirts. Like I said, hoodies and stuff.
But most of it is the illustrious Crown brand.
Yes,
Clothing.
correct.
Okay, so that's what we're looking at, y'all. We're looking at it from a perspective of
Like
the
blue.
product that he's offering us, which is his apparel.
However,
But there are, say again?
however.
Okay, there is a however.
Yeah.
So,
I do T-shirt printing. I don't do it in bulk though.
Okay.
So like I do a lot of my
I
my
like that.
merchandise and things is literally because
ahead.
I'm a consultant. I'm a life and success coach too. So
Right.
a lot of times when I'm talking to my clients, they have businesses, of course, and they need
Right.
marketing material. So
Right.
like I'll create their shirts, for example.
Okay.
Print them up, however they want the QR code scanned
Okay,
on the
yes.
on the plaques.
Right.
I create those, so
Okay.
I do a lot
Y'all
of that
hear
stuff
that?
too.
Yeah, I
so
hear that. She got a lot of stuff going on. So if you guys don't want those plain Jane QR codes and you want something fancy, she got you on hook up on deck on that. Especially if you're gonna be doing pop-ups, people just scan that
Yeah.
real quick and go on about their business. Boom. Because you know how folks are. They look for any way out that sale, boy. But if you got everything to cover, if you got your Cash App, if you got your Square, if you got everything that you need to run those excuses away, boom, you got that sale. You're gonna keep that sale. So
absolutely.
y'all make sure y'all stay prepared. It seems like, Nikki, you got everything. Like you thinking of everything, and that's a good thing. And that's why I said you that perfect lyric, because with that perfect lyric, it's something that speaks. The lyric speaks. The beat rides. You know what I'm saying? It provides that rhythm, to that. So I like what you guys got going on. Now, as you guys know, I am the author of The Design, Date, and Purpose. It is an awesome book, and I'm definitely going to be personalized autographing one for you guys to, tune into, on those nights where you guys want to just read something and, laugh and cry or whatever. This book is going to take y'all through, some emotional states. So y'all want to read it together while eating Haagen-Dazs, you know what I'm saying? But you guys being married and both being entrepreneurs, taking care of a family, one thing that I like is the transparency, because without that, nobody can grow. A lot of us, especially when we're growing up and we're getting into these new relationships, we always view the bliss part of the relationship and the part of the vow that says for better. Those are focused on mainly then the worst.
Absolutely.
And the worst doesn't always have to be someone getting sick or ill. It could be that one small thing that y'all disagree on that you don't quite or haven't quite learned to fine tune through peace yet.
Absolutely.
Talk about some of the challenges that you guys may have come up with or experienced in the past and have overcome.
You want to take this one, or you want me to?
Challenges, like just relationship or job?
Well, as far as being like
being entrepreneurs, parents,
and married and all that kind of
yes.
stuff.
So
it can be hard, man.
Just trying to balance everything out in a day's work. 'Cause like I said, I'm gone 8 hours a day. She's at home. She's working early mornings, getting off, taking care of our son.
Right.
The summer times are really hectic too, because my older children are here. They come visit from Texas, so that's 2 extra bodies. So I feel bad some days because I'm at work doing what I need to do, but she also got 2 extra ones, there to. But my daughter's a little older now, so she kind of helps out. But it's still,
Yeah.
just that. All right, I got to make sure she got to make sure the kids eat
Right.
and make sure they're good. But then trying to tap into what she needs to do also, because they were here at a time in this year when we had an event coming up. She had her.
The launch.
The launch event, so it was that going on and trying to get everything, dialed in on that too. So it definitely can be hectic.
So we're talking about juggling time, and that. What about being so busy that you guys have decided through explicit communication what roles you're going to take during what busy times in your lives?
That's actually a conversation I think that comes up a lot within our circle. We have a lot of male versus female type conversations going on. But I'm a firm believer in not necessarily 50-50. It's just whatever comes natural to you. Just, handle it. It's not you here all day, why can't you wash the clothes? Or, well, why can't you pick up the laundry from the cleaners? Or why can't you do this? You know what I mean? It's more of okay, I see it. It's times he'll get off work. You know what I mean? Especially when he was working until 11:30 at night, he'll come home. He's like, "Oh, you didn't make you." He may not necessarily tell me, but the dishes may not be done. I just ain't got around to them yet because I'm busy doing something else.
True.
And he's like, "Oh, I got it. Don't worry about it." You know what I mean? So I feel like that has to be. It's taking your spouse or significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, partner into consideration. You know what I mean?
Right.
Play your role. Play your part, because sometimes your man or your woman can just be better at organizing than you are. You know what I mean?
Let them have it.
Let them have it. You get what I'm saying? I may be better at, I don't know, washing a car. This is what I do. You know what I mean? I'm a girl, but this is what I do.
Wash the hell out of that
Yeah.
car.
I don't feel like it should ever be
Right.
well, you're a man, you have to do this.
Thank you.
There's just certain things I'm not
Thank
going to do. I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't washing the toilet.
I know that. And
But-
and nothing wrong with that, because as soon as you use that construct, role,
Mm-hmm.
immediately people associate that with genders.
Exactly.
And it doesn't necessarily, a role is simply a particular task or type energy that you put towards something that you are just assigned to do.
Right.
Exactly. It's something that
Alex's
you do.
role around here is to make sure we getting seen and heard.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be an engineer's role. It ain't got to be a woman or a man. It could be Alexa.
Exactly.
She could do the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think what our listeners need to understand and what you're bringing home is the role issue, the time management issue. Do you guys plan with each other to say, baby, let's go out somewhere so that we can make sure it's just us?
Man, Malik, let me tell you, we'll leave them kids in the house.
There you go.
Because this is the thing. I have a 17-year-old and I have an 11-year-old.
Leave their ass
You know
on.
what I mean? So I'll be like, listen, did you get what you wanted? Did you get what you wanted? Hey, we out. We'll be back. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I've been very, very blessed in that area of my life anyway. Since I had my first daughter, I've always had help. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Whether it's family, whether it's close friends, I've always
Yes.
been able to kind of, conduct my life in a certain way and just do the things that I need to do. So when it comes to us going out, like for example, when DJ Quick was here
Right.
that night, he
Mhm.
called. He was like, "I think we should go to the concert." He's
Right.
at work.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep.
And I'm like, well, you don't get off until 7:30.
Right.
It starts at 8, and if I ain't out the house by a certain time, I'm going to go to sleep.
Right.
I'm at that age, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. But then I hit him back, and I was like, no, I don't want to go. Then I turned around and was like, all right, I got the tickets. Let's go. You know what I mean? So it's just like that simple. Like
Right.
you make the time for the things you want to make the time for. And also you got to understand self-care is important.
Mhm.
Whether it's individual self-care or self-care together.
Yes.
Take the time off.
Gotcha.
Say no. It's okay to say, hey, no, I can't do this for you, or no, I got to put an end to this today, or you know what, babe, he got me a spa day I ain't even used yet.
Come on now. Look
I
at
ain't
that.
even used it yet.
That's that perfect beat, though.
And I'm like, but it's one of those things, like things just works natural for us.
Yes,
You know
and
what I mean? It's nothing that's forced. I'm not like, well, you the man, you're supposed to take
Thank
care of
you.
A, B, C, D, E, F,
Exactly.
G. Take care, a third of the alphabet. I'm only going to take care like a quarter. You know
Right.
what I mean? No, that's not how it works. It's
And
just
I guess for me though, I just
I
don't
was
like
gonna say,
clutter.
go ahead, go
Like,
ahead.
Yeah, I just don't
He
like
just jumped
clutter.
right on in.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I don't-
Ryan.
I don't like clutter. So
Right.
even when I was single, living by myself, I had my little bachelor pad.
Right.
Like just stuff was in order. Like you could, no one
Did
could
you
ever
fold
come-
your drawers,
Man, I
man?
fold.
Man.
Man, I'm
You
kinda
fold,
OCD
you
with that,
roll your
bro.
socks up like that?
No,
Me
nobody,
too, man.
nobody can come
Me
to my
too,
house.
man. I fold my drawers.
Man, nobody could come to my house ever say Ryan's house is dirty.
Right, right. Your grandmama, or your mama taught you that one.
Both.
See, yeah, my grandmama taught us that. She taught us how to fold our drawers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look just like a department store. My drawer look like for real though. Now, when we're talking about roles, time management in a relationship, again, there are some thresholds, and there are some bad moments before you get to those thresholds of being able to cope and tolerate with certain things. What things came up in the relationship about each other where you guys said, "God damn, I don't like that."
You know what? According to Ryan, I'm a perfect wife.
Hey,
So,
all right.
but on the other hand, no, I'm just no. You know what? I think we all got growing pains, and we all gotta grow in certain areas. I don't want to say that. I mean, it's things I think that you may think like, I don't like that, but then that makes you kind of a shallow person because you gotta kind of does the good outweigh the bad. Like, okay, like it may be things he don't like about me, but he don't tell me, so I don't know. I just like I
Right.
said, I'm the first wife. If there's things he does that I feel like, we'll talk about it.
That's
And
good.
he'll be like, really? I'll be like, yeah, that bothers me.
Yes, and that, you know what?
Like-
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like, honestly, I don't like feet.
Okay, so his
like-
feet can't be on
She
you.
don't- she
Don't
don't
put
like-
your feet on.
She don't like
Even
feet.
And I
even
don't like
after he
breath.
washed
And I don't
them.
like breath.
She don't like breath.
Like, give me my space. I hate.
Okay, okay.
I think, you know what, feet I would tolerate. I actually probably tolerate that, but still keep them away from me.
Right.
But breath? Oh my God! I
Yeah,
don't
that
care if
morning
it
breath?
It ain't even that. I don't care if it smell good.
What? You just don't
stay
like
out
breath?
my face. I don't
Oh,
like it.
Lord.
I don't
Okay,
like
so
it.
that's gonna lead me to where does the intimate kissing come in? A whole lot of breath is
No,
involved in that.
that's different.
Okay, see, okay.
Caught a kid.
You can talk. You
You
can.
gotta catch it. You
Yeah,
gotta catch
you
it.
got to
right?
catch that moment right there. We could do that. I could tolerate the breath right there, but after we done, get the hell out of my face.
Many a stiff arms.
Right, I'll be in a car with somebody. I'll be like, "Can
Right.
you just stop talking?"
I know, wow. Especially if they got the critics going. But yeah, but
Right.
just breath in general, whether it's minty fresh or or ass funky, you just don't like it.
I don't like it.
Okay,
That you
damn.
know what? That probably got something to do with my childhood, though. 'Cause,
I'm
like,
gonna say, can we dig?
I think it has something to do with my childhood because, like, my grandparents and stuff, they used to get all in my face. Yeah,
Right.
yo, fast tail. Yeah, you got that old school breath they used to have
Right,
with them
yeah,
dentures.
Yeah,
I just like,
yeah.
bro, like, why are you in my face?
Hold on. What about the old elementary schools? The teacher with the mustache, with the
oh.
cigarette and coffee breath.
I want to be like this.
Yes, all up in your shit.
I used to be like,
Are you
have
sure
no
you
idea.
you don't need no help? No, hell no. I really don't want any help right now. Be like, man, but yeah, hey y'all, man, these hours go by so fast. We gonna take a small break because hey, we gotta set up some other things, and we definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in for this past half hour that y'all been tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Please don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
I'm a legend in the making. R.I.P. to the very legends of the past. D.I.E. the only way your legacy will last. So I'ma do it to the death as long as I'm alive. Ay, I heard that they hate me cause I'm out here living life. Ay, they don't wanna see me at the top while they're alive. Ay, I can't help but piss them off, living out my life. Ay, love you when you D.I.E. Okay, D.I.E. Whoa, wait, D.I.E. D.I.E. Death is imminent, they gon' praise you when you D.I.E. What a shame, D.I.E. I'm a legend in the making. Ooh, you're not a legend till you D.I.E. Dope, unappreciative till you R.I.P. It ain't the same, fucking B.I.G. Till you're 6 feet deep, then finally your music peaks. Grammy nomination when you alive, they didn't hear you. Now it's in their nature to celebrate and elevate you. Oh, it's love when you're below, what about above? Where was all this support when Mac Miller was drugged up? Now you miss him, now you miss him. Swimming was already out and y'all didn't care to listen. All on social media and Grammys when he was living. So I'ma do it to the death as long as I'm alive. Ay, I heard that they hate me cause I'm out here living life. Ay, they don't wanna see me at the top while they're alive. Ay, I can't help but piss them off, living out my life. Ay, love you when you D.I.E. Okay, D.I.E. Whoa, wait, D.I.E. D.I.E. Death is imminent, they gon' praise you when you D.I.E. What a shame, D.I.E. I'm a legend in the making. Believe it before you see it, and know that they will see it. The ghosts they ignore turn paranormal like Tommy Egan. Thirsty for power, this paranormal for conscious reason. They doubt it was possible that I overcome the obstacles. Silence for the lambs, I've been on my Anthony Hopkins though. Cannibal type of animal, this is my bloodstream. A cannibal they can't handle, I feast on the critics that speak fleshly. Yes, I inhale, exhale, I'm wide awake, dreaming it's the only oxygen in my lungs. I keep breathing from the cradle to the grave. Still a chase, catching up to what they didn't want me to obtain. So I'ma do it to the death as long as I'm alive. Ay, I heard that they hate me cause I'm out here living life. Ay, they don't wanna see me at the top while they're alive. Ay, I can't help but piss them off, living out my life. Ay, love you when you D.I.E. Okay, D.I.E. Whoa, wait, D.I.E. D.I.E. Death is imminent, they gon' praise you when you D.I.E. What a shame, D.I.E. I'm a legend in the making. I just really want the paper. 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 I just really wanna strive for greatness. I just wanna party now, but later. Independent dog, I don't need favors. I remember when I couldn't have this, couldn't have that. Working for scraps, pay bills, never played. Hold up, still hustle, focus, grind, ball. I really kick it with my family at all. Nowadays, sleeping all in the studio, switching it up more than the usual. I desire that time for, like most of my haters cannot afford. 9 to 5 a chore, I'ma need more and more.
Ready or not,
Ready or not,
running our way to the top.
up to the
Nothing is
top.
stopping this music, a part of us. This is everything we got.
All that we
Our vision
got.
is paving the way.
Way.
Most can never relate.
Relate.
All the struggle and starting from nothing to turn into something through all of the pain.
Yeah, right.
I just really want the paper. We left the distraction of lucky, man. Look how we came up. I don't really give a fuck what you're talking about, haters. She dissing me now, but watch how she treating me later. Transcending elevators. I just really want the paper.
Look, we done came up, look how we came up, moving on up, we major. They dissed us then, but missing us now. It's funny cause they just counted down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on and on and on. Was that about? I mean, forgive, but never forget. We were them niggas they talked about, but we were the ones that walked it out. Pimping and kicking them all out. All of our exes, public announcement, Diana Ross, they coming out. Text to sex and look at the weapons that form. None will prosper, struggling, waiting, hoping we save them. Only thing we saving is the
Ready
paper.
or not,
Ready or not,
running our way to the top.
up to the top.
Nothing is stopping this music, a part of us. This is everything we got.
This is everything we
Our vision
got.
is paving the way.
Paving the
Most
way.
can never relate.
Relate,
All the
relate.
struggle and starting from nothing to turn up to something through all of the pain. Yeah, I just really want the paper. We left the distraction of lucky, man. Look how we came up. I don't really give a fuck what you talking about, haters. She dissing me now, but watch how she treating me later. Transcending elevators. I just really want the paper. We left the distraction of lucky, man. Look how we came up. I don't really give a fuck what you talking about, haters. She dissing me now, but watch how she treating me later. Transcending elevators. I just really want the paper. I just really want the paper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Never working a 9 to 5 again. I'm back on my grind again. I keep a small circle. I'm not trying to find a friend. Don't pretend. I was sick. Niggas wasn't fucking with me. Niggas wouldn't come and get me. Got myself up off the ground. I'm not stopping now. Got 'em wondering how did I do it? Back on my music. I should be losing. Created confusion. Find it amusing. It's an illusion. Me and DT still flex. They tried to turn him, but he wouldn't let it. I dusted my shoulder didn't sweat 'em. I'm putting these niggas on notice, leaving them open. Me and my team staying focused, cause we have been chosen. Don't worry about who is the dopest. This is our moment. I'm giving you something explosive, causing commotion. I'm putting these niggas on notice. Sound the alarm, it's our time now. If you don't know, you gon' find out. I'm putting it all on the line now. It's all by design now. Rivals be sinking like quicksand. Me and my team making hits, man. All of our business legit. We go the distance. I've been working hard daily. The Lord is my witness. Me and Jay Breezy, we all about business. Can't stand the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. Never gon' stop till I finish my mission. I'm in position. Hit every mark and I shoot with precision. I got that swag in my music, just listen. I never lose, winning is my addiction, yeah. Leaving them open. Me and my team staying focused. Staying focused. We have been chosen. Don't worry about who is the dopest. Who's the dopest, yeah. I'm giving you something explosive. Causing commotion. I'm putting these niggas on notice. I'll never give in. I'll never tap out. I'll never back down. Even when I'm in doubt, I ain't never scared. I'll always stay prepared. Sometimes I feel unstoppable. The victory's declared. And I'll never forget exactly where I came from. They kicked me while I was down, that's where the pain from. When I asked them for help, I watched them play dumb. Keep on playing, nigga. I'm putting these niggas on notice. I put them on notice, leaving them open, yeah. Focus. Don't worry about who is the dopest, yeah. This is our moment. This is our moment. Oh, I know this.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Thank y'all so much for staying tuned in to Malik's True Show. And the topic discussion is Hearts of Diamonds. In relationships, in business, we have to have hearts of diamonds. Why? Because we have to be perfectly cut and molded to be able to perform a certain task. The color of our hearts has to be within that color of kindness and righteousness, clarity, in order to be able to give and to receive, and carat, which means weight, so that we can maintain the strength in doing the task that we're doing, and also the strength to constantly grow and maneuver through and overcome the challenges. You need that strength, and you need that strength to grow. So actually the idea for the topic of the show came because our guest, Nikki J, which is a radio personality name, and so I'm going to use that because we have our personality in front of us right now. And name of her business is Hearts of Diamond, where it's a very eclectic business that focuses on education, networking, giving ideas, getting ideas, but just simply networking and helping others. And then we have our guest Ryan, who owns Illustrious Crown. It is a clothing attire brand, and as a matter of fact, I think he brought me something.
Yes, indeed.
Go ahead, show the folks what you brought me.
What it is? All right. Got you this is the Roaring Lion. It's the original logo.
That is the original.
Red with the gold. Y'all know I'm going to be rocking that one. Ooh.
Got that for you, sir.
And y'all know I am a lion. I am a Leo. So that is so befitting. Look at that. Y'all take another look at that. Look at that. Thank you so much, bro. Look at that, y'all. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. This is support. This is support. And I have a gift for both you and your perfect lyric, Ryan. This is a autograph copy of a Las Vegas bestseller called The Design Dating Purpose. And look, even though it says dating is still part of marriage.
It is.
And there are many areas that a lot of folks unknowingly skip in the interim of the dating and the I do. So there's a lot of in the middle that a lot of people are not aware of. And my book helps you to discover that in the middle process. So I hope that this blesses you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're not going to tell you we're going to read it. We will read it.
Thank you.
Like, we will read it. And I will call you and be like, you know that one part? You made me cry. I kind of felt bad. I had to go apologize to Ryan for something that happened like 5 years ago.
Hey, I got some stuff in there that's going to make y'all both die laughing. Like, if you read it before him or you read it before her, Ryan, you're going to be like, baby, look at this shit. I was dying when I read it. Telling you.
You know what helps is when you mentioned this the other day when we were having our little conversation.
Right.
You said reading it together. A lot of our couples don't read together, and it's simple stuff like that.
Yeah. Bonding. It's bonding.
Yeah, and they think like, oh, it's too much. It's too much. No, you read a chapter, I'll read a chapter. Or you read a page, I'll read a page. It's quality time. You learning together. You can't say you didn't hear that part. You know what I mean? You know, it's just it's engaging.
I like that. I
So-
like that a lot. And you know, guys, time is not anything to waste. I mean, because our show is only an hour, and we try to get so much in within that hour that it's just so crazy. We try to squeeze so much in. Now, I know I have about 10 minutes left, tops. Ryan, what do you want to say to the brothers out there and guys in general that is with someone who is enterprising, but they have a 9 to 5?
That they both have a 9 to 5, or
No, she's enterprising.
Okay, she's
but he has a
enterprising.
9 to 5. How does one support her in those endeavors?
9 to 5. I would say just do what you can. You know what I mean? Whether if she's enterprising, and there's some got to pick up the slack. You know, you got to help each other. You know what I mean? Be supportive. Like I said, there was she just got her bachelor's earlier this year. You know what I
Congratulations.
mean?
Thank you.
And she got
Yes.
into that, and she was like, "Would do you mind if maybe, she was already, I think were you not working at the time? I don't.
No, I was
remember.
working.
She
I was working.
But she talked to me about it and said, I want to do this, and this is what I had on my mind. This was a goal of mine,
Yes.
and you just have to support whether like with her event, the launch. I was working till like 11:30. She was up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, but I'd sit in there with her. You know what I mean? I might fall asleep sometimes, but the support, hey, I'm there. Try. Y'all got your support. What do you need me to do? You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
I
I
like
might not
that.
know how to do something. Hey, can you show me how to cut this? Or
I like
He-
but
he was
I
in
got
there.
you.
He was in there.
I like that.
What do you call
I
it?
like that.
Tweezing the
Yeah,
things.
right.
He was doing all
But
kinds
you
of
definitely
stuff.
can't get frustrated, especially if that's something that your significant other
Right.
they want to do and they have a goal and a purpose.
Right.
So you have to understand that that's their focus, and that's what they want to do. And just
Right.
look at the big picture. You are going to ball out in the future. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Somebody gonna get it.
Exactly.
Put that work
Somebody's gonna put that work in. I mean, just like Tabitha Brown and Chance. I mean, he
Mhm.
stepped aside and said, "Baby, do you?" And next thing you know, she blew the hell up and took him off his job.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Retired
saying?
him.
Retired him, and that's what it's all about. And knowing that a lot of men may want to try to take the reins because they think it's a manly thing to do, how much more masculine is it to just step back and let her take the reins and where she should be taking the reins? Ryan.
It's just as masculine as if you were stepping to the front. You know what I mean? There shouldn't be like we said earlier, there's no role specific, gender specific role. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
Right.
Like I said, I might be better at some things than she is, and vice versa. But again, you shouldn't feel downplayed or any less than if your woman is out there getting it And, just be supportive, because there may be something you want to do, and she's gonna support you just as much as you support her. So
That's right.
It's a give and take.
That's a give and take. This is not that episode on Tyler Perry movie where he was a security guard and he worked so she can get through school, and then once she got through school, got a good job, she's like,
Yeah.
"Look, I ain't taking care of you."
yeah,
She's like, "Wait a second, that was the deal."
Mm-hmm.
So and I like that. And the same question posed to you, Nikki. Please let the women know what it's like being married to an individual that is supportive to you, but what to do if the individual may not be supportive.
Well, for me, if he's not supportive, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna be 110% transparent. That person ain't for you. And the reason why I say that is because if they can support you while you're working hard or going after whatever it is you're trying to go after to better yourself and to create the bigger picture, you know what I mean? For all of you, children, the family, him, whoever, then you might want to kind of rethink certain things. You know what I mean? But if he's not supportive, you gotta keep pushing. You gotta
Yes.
keep going forward, because at the end of the day, it's not really about anyone else. It's really about you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So again, check it. You don't want to support me. Unfortunately, we need to kind of probably sit down and talk about our relationship. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because you got to remember, I'm going to school so that I can get a degree so that we can make more money.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even if you are still working after I get a job, you have 80,000, I got 80,000. Now
Right.
together we got 160,000.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
So let me do what I have to do, and vice versa. Hey, you want to go to school, now you're upset with me because I'm telling you, well, where were you at when I needed you? You know what I mean? Again, it's layers, it's levels to it.
It is, and
Yeah.
I believe for both women and men out there, if because I know you're listening, I want to be able to tell you this. Okay, underneath us lies so many complex issues that causes us to behave in certain manners, either to respond or not to respond to certain things that goes on in our life and our relationship. I think one of the most important things in a relationship is learning to find out why an individual behaves a certain way. Because if you can't figure that out, because what I like about Tabitha said that Chance used to do certain things when she would touch him or try to get him involved. And one day, even after them being married, he had never told her, "Baby, I was never loved in a certain way, so I don't know how to give it. I need you to
That's
teach me
deep.
how to love you."
That's a revelation, actually.
You feel me?
That's a revelation.
So, and you'll
actually.
find that out in the book, The Design, Dating, Purpose. And that's why I am not so keen and I don't teach people to throw people away. I teach people to understand the layers first. And if what they peel back reveal enough, if that individual is open enough to begin their healing process and allow you to help them with it, then you guys are on something so tremendous, because now that becomes, as you're married, that becomes your worst that you have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have to learn how to deal with that for better.
Or
It's
for worse.
easy, or that for worse. And your for worse could be something simple as your man does not know how to adequately support you. Doesn't mean that he's not for you. Just means that maybe you need to step your game up a little bit and learn that part about him or her that doesn't allow her to thrust into that position of support that you believe she should be at. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
So
that's
just
why I
wanna
say
tip
you
that
have
in.
to sit down and have
Have that
have a
conversation.
conversation,
Yeah.
reevaluate,
Yeah.
because you don't know. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But if doing that reevaluation, you guys find out some things that, listen, I'm not willing to do this and you're not willing to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe y'all better off as friends. I have a friend right now. We share a child.
Mhm.
And
Shit,
we're-
we said child. I
Yeah,
feel it.
we're better off. We're best friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just did not work well in a relationship. It
Yes.
just didn't work
Well,
well.
a
You know what I mean?
relationship in that capacity, a
Yeah.
marriage relationship, but as a friend relationship, you guys were able to prosper.
Exactly.
And it's good.
Exactly.
That's
so,
good. So
but that
that's-
conversation had to happen.
Yes, and in the book, I call that, in quotations, the talk.
Yeah.
A lot of times we forget to have that talk and begin to set the necessary boundaries, peel back some of the things that we should know about our partner, so that we can stand by his or her side and learn how to help them, heal through that process. Maybe it's something you went through. Maybe it's something you can help them get through. But I believe one of the things that we all forget is that in one way or another, we're broken. And a lot of time that brokenness follows us into adulthood stages, and it interferes. So one thing I like is that you guys work together, and I thank you guys definitely for being able to share with the audience how you guys get through, the things you get through in your business. So before we go, Ryan, one thing you love about your wife.
Her ambitiousness, like she just no. We got when she sets her mind to something, that's definitely what she want to do. And ain't no talking her out of it.
Right.
And, I had to tell my pops this when we were in San Diego for Father's Day,
Right.
and we went to the beach, and there was nowhere to park. And so I think Ed was driving around. I mean, Nikki was driving around
Ebony niggas.
about 45 minutes,
no,
an hour,
it was over. It was like
probably
an hour,
longer than that.
hour and a half.
And so my papa and my stepmom were just like, no, just tell her to come back. We'll leave or whatever. Go,
Right.
nah. She wasn't having that. She just like, no, we came down here. I want everybody to have a good time.
That's what I'm talking
And no, I'm going to do this. So if I can
And I
drive
found
around
a
some
park.
more,
I
yeah.
found them
we
a
did.
parking space too. Remember,
Yeah.
I was like, I pulled in and they pulled in behind me, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna let them park here because they were actually getting ready to leave. They were like, we're just
Right.
gonna go ahead and go. So they were leaving, and they pulled right behind me, and they saw me pulling out. So I let them pull in, and I drove around for another 15, 20 minutes.
about. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing that challenges your patience about your wife.
That challenges my patience. I think sometimes like she just gotta
Thank
let me like if we're driving or something,
Uh-huh.
it just be like, oh, dude, go this way or go this way. It's
I've
like,
gotten a
"Nah,
lot
I got
better,
it,
okay?"
I got it. I
Right.
got this. We've been this way 100 times.
Right,
and I know,
right,
you know what I
okay.
mean.
No, I feel
I
you.
feel like
on
why
that.
did you
I
do
feel
know the
you.
distance between a straight line? It's
Right.
a straight line, the shortest
Yeah.
distance, right? But,
All right,
yeah,
so
that's funny.
Nikki, the same questions posed to you.
For me, it's the support. It is definitely a support. Even when I be feeling like, oh man, this is going to be a lot of work. It's well, just do it because at the end of the day, you're gonna feel good about it. I got this. I got the boy. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Sometimes we call my son the boy because he's
I
the
got
only
the,
boy.
I
Right?
got the boy.
Yeah, I got him. Don't worry about it. Definitely helps me out a lot, especially when it comes to our child. So, that is definitely one of the things I definitely love is this definitely that support because the support is definitely what's needed.
Definitely. And
Definitely needed.
What challenges your patience?
Let me see. Which
she
one
got
should
a
I
list.
pick? What challenges my patience? I think it's the communication
Right.
because I think when it comes to men, you guys are taught not to, communicate or say certain things how you feel, and I think that becomes a problem because I can't fix something or help you if you don't tell me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because of the way that, he grew up, which a lot of men grew up like this, shut up, be tough. Don't say nothing.
Right.
It's kind of like they don't realize that hurts us as women
Right.
because it's like, I'm trying to help you. Well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say if you don't tell me what's going on?
Yeah, and
What's
I
bothering you?
appreciate that.
Oh, nothing. Then I got to like pull teeth. Then I got to go sit in the corner and cry, make him feel bad. So then,
Oh Lord, she put on her drama cap.
Yep.
Right?
because I know that's what's going to make him come
Right,
talk. You know what I
right.
mean?
And
so
then, you know what? You
you're
you gotta
hurting my
find you gotta
feelings 'cause
find
you're not
ways.
talking to me.
Yeah, and you gotta find ways, and I like that. And you guys, that's what's important. And learning to be transparent, learning to be open and explicit in your conversation with one another. That's going to get you guys through those tough times. Again, just because you're married does not mean you know everything you need to know about that
Mhm.
individual. It just says that you knew enough and was comfortable at what else might come. So I want you guys to understand when a certain behavior comes about, doesn't mean that they've changed. It just means that that's a part that you didn't discover during the process before you said I do. So
Mhm.
now it just becomes a tough part that you have to deal with, and that's even in business, because there's a certain marker and a certain vibe that you get in business, and then you get so used to getting that vibe and that marker with so many people, then somebody else throws a monkey wrench in the whole thing and comes with a totally different vibe. Like, wait a second, I can't this vibe, but you got to make the difference between do I not do business with this person? Do I find a way to do business with this person? It's
Mhm.
the same way because again, our everything that impacted us as we were growing up affects us in every part of our life.
And I'm gonna add a little
I
something
can
to that.
attest
Go ahead.
I had spoke to a elderly couple.
Mm-hmm.
This was probably about a year or two ago. And she said, "How long you been married?" I said, "Oh, a couple years." She's like, "Oh, you still in the honeymoon phase?" And I said, "Yeah, it's all bliss and whatever." We were talking.
Right.
She said, "Well, one thing I'm gonna tell you, she's been married. She says she's been married for like 40-some years. 40-some years."
It's a lot of
She
experience.
said, "I done had my ups and downs." She said, "But one thing I'm gonna tell you," she said, "never get comfortable and never stop learning your partner. You learn something every
Every day.
single day about
Yeah.
your partner. Maybe it's the way he put his shoes on now, 'cause he wasn't putting them on like that 10 years ago. Pay attention." She said that's one thing. She said that's how her and her husband kept
That's good.
communicating, and "Oh, well, look, I bought you this 'cause I noticed you needed the stair to hold on to the stairs to go up the
Right.
stairs." So you gotta definitely understand that it's never, when you're married, you never stop learning. I mean, I'm in any relationship, but especially when you're married,
Never.
you always gotta keep learning your partner.
And that's why that's why I named this discussion "Heart of Diamonds," because discovering that you were married, discovering that he has an entrepreneurial spirit, as well as something he's materialized to explain and to show the world that spirit that he has, something that you did as well, and to also understand that with the challenges that come in with the businesses, the challenges that might occur with money, you guys figuring ways to make sure that you maintain you and your marriage, and then maintaining the businesses. And that's what's important, y'all. Y'all got to understand that. So you got to have that heart of diamond to be
Right.
able to endure that kind of relationship, any kind of relationship, but relationship when you're both working, man, it's something. Because what if he had that male chauvinistic personality that even though you worked hard and he worked hard, you still got to cook?
I know someone like that. We had these conversations. I'm telling you,
don't think
Malik.
I'd be
I want to
sitting here,
introduce
bro.
you to somebody. No, but I definitely have had this conversation, and this is my thing. I've been told, "Oh, well, you're a woman. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. I don't care about this. I work too." Cool. All right. Well, let me ask you this. You don't think that I get tired? You know what I mean? You get tired. I'm tired.
Right.
I'm at home with the children. I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm working on a business. I'm, cooking, cleaning, running errands, doctor's
Exactly.
appointments. It's not just my child. I got other kids too.
Come on now.
My additional children. And you're
Exactly.
just working, and you think you're gonna come home and just make me cook? This is the thing. I'm gonna do what I have to do. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna do what I have to do. But in those moments where I can't or I'm too tired, I shouldn't be penalized for it.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Again, it's that understanding, that being considerate. You know what I mean? Yes, as a man, you may be out 14, 16 hours a day doing whatever it is you do, driving, hustling, whatever it is you do, that's your job. You know what I mean? And I'm at home. I'm still working a regular 9 to 5. I still got to come home and be a mom and make sure the kids got a bath, make sure this, that, and the third. And Lord forbid if you come home and you want to dun-dun-dun-dun, then guess what? Now, and I'm telling you, I'm tired. Be considerate. You
For
know what I
real,
mean? Because
though.
you will want me to do the same thing to you and for you.
I think that's that love. I think that's-
So it has to be some
yeah.
understanding, and don't be afraid to communicate. Like one thing
Yes.
about me, I am a talker, and Brian will tell you, like, "Oh my God, I know everything." She's gonna talk to me about. That's one thing about our relationship too.
Right.
Like he knows I'm the talker.
Right.
We need to talk, and I do like
Right.
90% of the talk. So
I
communicate.
I won't concur with that.
You gotta communicate. You gotta
You
be
do.
considerate. You know what I mean? So, me personally, I personally couldn't deal with someone like that. Or it would have to be one of those situations where we'd have to have some conversations and some compromise. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you
Because
need
we don't
to.
live in that world no more. We live in a world where both people have to have jobs in order to survive.
Yeah.
So if I'm tired, I know you tired. Be
Mhm.
considerate of me, because you still not doing half of the things that I'm doing around here.
Absolutely. And I think that's where communication is important, right, Ryan? You got to communicate what you're not happy with, right? You should be able to without fear. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
But what was I gonna say? She was saying just being tired. It's like I think there's a misconception, say like you're a stay-at-home parent. I'm not gonna
Right.
say stay-at-home mom because it's men who stay, take
Yeah.
care of their children as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they think just because you stay home that's you've been home all day. But a lot goes into that. I'm off on a off day. I'm like, man, I gotta do this. I can only imagine having 2, 3 more kids,
Right.
different ages, trying to take care of them and make sure they're good, fed, school and stuff. So
Absolutely.
it's all, no matter what you're doing, it's time and energy.
And that's why I appreciate his days off, because when his days off is, comes around like tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
I ain't
Wow.
doing nothing. I'm gonna go
There
to
it
work.
is.
I'm going to work, and I'm working on some things for this Saturday, and that's that. You know what I
That's
mean?
it. Now you got that thing going on Saturday. Go ahead and tell them, because we're running out of time. So I'm sorry that I didn't keep track of time. But tell them about that function you got going on Saturday. Alex, if you can show that, please.
So we do have the it's called the second workshop. Hearts of Diamonds present the workshops, right? It's like 6 different workshops that we're going to do over the course of 6 months. And this weekend we have the professionalism and branding workshop,
Right.
located at Marlin's Closet, owned and operated by Kenya.
Right.
So I will be there from 2 to 4. You can go to my website, which is Hearts of Diamonds, HartzofDiamondz.LLC.com, to register. We do a lot of role plays. We do a lot of we socialize. We have a little drinky drink, whatever.
Talking about.
We do, just all types of activities and things like that, while I also educate and talk to you about being professional and branding. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Because one thing about our community is we lack a lot of these skills, right?
Dude.
So I really want to get our community up on game
Yes.
on how to still be yourself, but also understand that you are a walking
Business.
business,
Yes, you are.
representation of your business.
Absolutely.
I look at you right now, you got on Malik's wear. You know what I mean? This is who you are. You know what I mean? So we get into depth into these different workshops, and this weekend we do have the professionalism and branding workshop. We do have a few seats left, so go ahead and sign up.
Awesome. Thank you for that, and thank you for your diligence and your commitment to everything that you do for the community. And Ryan, how can they reach you one more time? Your website and your social media.
So the website is www.illustriouscrown.com, and social media is at Instagram's at Illustrious Crown, and Facebook is Illustrious Crown.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, y'all, we want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to Malik's Truth Radio Show, and I thank my guests, Ryan and Nikki, for doing their thing with me here in the lab today. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you. We're glad that you invited us
Thank you,
tonight.
thank you.
Man,
Much
I'm
appreciated.
Definitely, y'all.
Yes.
This was a long time coming. I'm so glad that it happened. Alex, I'm gonna thank you so much, man. Tonight you did a great job, man. We had no issues. And folks, for tuning in, thank you so much. And look, I'm gonna continue to bring to you what you need to grow. As I grow, I'm gonna give it to you. My seeds, your seeds. My wisdom, your wisdom. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Peace. God bless. Good night.
Good night.